Welcome to Through a Veteran's Eye. I'm your host, Fred Shinbur. This segment continues the focus of the veterans of the Vietnam War era, their families, and the communities that fought for and supported this great nation during a very turbulent time in our history. I want to remind you of the telephone number of Maryland's Commitment to Veterans Behavioral Health Services, which is a hotline for veterans and their families needing help with behavioral issues and any other issues that a veteran may encounter. That number is 1-877-770-4801. Welcome home. Our guest today is Major General James T. Jackson, United States Army retired. General Jackson is a senior advisor to the United States of America Vietnam War Commemoration. General Jackson served this great country for 32 years with many notable assignments, and especially notable as commander of the United States Army Premier Organization, the Military District of Washington. Welcome, General Jackson.
Thanks, Fred. Good to be here.
Thank you. And first of all, General Jackson, I appreciate you coming all the way to Washington County from the Washington, D.C. area. Thank you very much. Why was the Vietnam War Commemoration established?
Well, from a simplistic point of view, our country has taken upon itself to recognize veterans and conflicts at their 50th anniversary. And we happen to be coming up on the Vietnam period now. Additionally, someone's got to run a plan, someone's got to build a plan and have a way to make this happen. And so the country's got to designate someone to do that, and DOD was given that charge. And I guess the third point I'd make would be that most of the Vietnam veterans who came home during that time period probably were never thanked properly. And so this gives us an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, thank you for the effort, and certainly I appreciate it. But if you won't mind, sir, we have a video that I'd like to play that I believe helps explain the reason for the commemoration.
Sure.
Thank you. We'll run the video now.
Can I help you?
Just a cup of coffee, please.
Coming right up. Oh, there's no charge.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thanks again.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Do you have a picture taken with the soldier? Can I take a picture?
Sure.
All right, smile. There you go.
Sir, my son would like to ask you a question.
Are you a hero too? That man said you were.
I just served as best I could.
Can we take a picture?
Sure.
All right, smile big. Be safe.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Can I get you a refill?
Find more at moments.org.
Well, I personally find that video very moving and very worthwhile, and thank you for bringing that along, General. What is the mission and the objectives of the commemoration?
Well, we have 5 objectives, but let me focus on 2 of them principally. The first one being the opportunity to recognize Vietnam veterans and Vietnam-era veterans, and to include their families. The families paid a heavy price during that conflict, and so it's right to recognize them. And the second piece is to recognize all the military services that participated and the many other governmental agencies that participated right along with them. Unknown to a lot of people, there were many U.S. Government officials serving in Vietnam who probably didn't get the recognition they deserve.
And many of them were killed in Vietnam as well.
That's correct.
And it is about time that those DOD civilians or all civilians were recognized as well and thanked. There's been several commemorations over the years. What's the difference between this commemoration and some of the others?
Well, 2 things I think come to mind. First of all, rather than pushing the effort down to one of the services and put them in charge, DOD decided to retain it at their level. And that's why I'm working for DOD now. Additionally, the Vietnam conflict extended itself over multiple years. The country decided to clip it at 13 years and have a commemoration period across that time frame. Probably a bit longer than most other conflicts.
Mm-hmm. And I think that that's appropriate, that that the way that you're expanding it for the 13-year time frame, excuse me, is appropriate. Excuse me, I'm sorry. How do you anticipate achieving the objectives that's been established by Congress?
Well, we've got a small team working for DOD, and we put together a plan. And central to our plan is the reaching out across the country to what we're calling commemorative partners. It can be any group, any organization, public, private sector, who want to join with us to help recognize the veterans in their part of the country. And so the intent is to reach out and make it a hometown-centric event and tapping into our commemorative partners to touch the veterans in their area.
Very good. Thank you for appearing today, General Jackson. I appreciate you coming up here, and see you again in future segments. This is Through a Veteran's Eye. I'm Fred Shinbur. Thank you for watching.